Okay, following today's events in the New Japan Cup, both semi-final matches have been set for this year's tournament. The two final quarterfinal matches took place today. Sanada took on Toru Yano, and Zack Sabre Jr. went up against Kotabushi. But before we get to what took place today in the New Japan Cup, I want to ask for those who have yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel to please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos we put out. But not only that, it also helps this channel grow and be seen by more people. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and thank you to all who have so far. So let's start off with the first quarterfinal match, which took place in the New Japan Cup today. This was Toru Yano going up against Sanada in the semi-main event today. This match spilled to the floor immediately, where both wrestlers attempted to get their opponent counted out. Sanada would attempt to lock in the Paradise Lock on Yano on the floor. For those not aware, Sanada's Paradise Lock, it's a comedy spot which is used more often in Mexico. Of course, LIJ began in Mexico with La Sombra and Rush. But it's basically you tie your opponent's limbs up in a knot, and for reasons that don't quite jive with logic, the opponent is unable to escape this puzzle of submission hold, I guess. So Sanada attempted to lock this on Yano on the outside to get Yano counted out. Yano fought out of the Paradise Lock, which almost caused Sanada to not get back into the ring before the 20 count. Yano won his first round match over Davey Boy Smith Jr. via a countout. Yano had crotched Davey Boy Smith Jr. on the guardrail on the outside, and that's how he won his first round match. He almost won the quarterfinal match here with Sanada by countout as well. But once the match got back into the inside, Yano was up to all his normal tricks, removing the turnbuckle cover, distracting the ref, giving his opponent a low blow. Also the pulling on the back of his opponent's hair and using that for a pinning combination. He once defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi with that move, but Sanada was able to kick out of it here. Sanada would counter with pinning combinations, but finally Yano hit a low blow on Sanada while distracting the ref. He goes to go for the pinning combination on Sanada. Sanada actually stops the referee's hand from coming down to the mat for 3. Sanada then gets back up. Yano turns to argue with the referee. Sanada kicks him in the nuts, locks in the skull end, and then Yano tapped almost immediately. So Sanada punches his ticket to the New Japan Cup semifinals. He will face the winner of today's main event between Kotabushi and Zack Sabre Jr. Then, following the match, Sanada finally does wrap Yano up in the Paradise Lock, leaves him in the ring, then wraps the referee up in a Paradise Lock as well. Then a Young Lion comes in, and he wraps the Young Lion up in the Paradise Lock as well. Other wrestlers would have to enter the ring to help the 3 helpless people locked in the Paradise Lock, and you see this Young Lion's amazed look on his face, like, how can one get out of this puzzling maneuver? How? Oh, gee, well, that's why he's a Young Lion. He hasn't learned all these things yet. So then we go on to the main event from today, which is Kotabushi versus Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Tetsuya Naito in what was easily the biggest upset of the first round. He created all kinds of trouble for Naito by wrapping him up in submission moves throughout the entire match, basically, and eventually getting the submission victory at the end. Well, today's match against Kotabushi was basically no different. Kotabushi, who had defeated Yoshihashi to advance to the second round here. So it started off with Zack Sabre Jr. trying to utilize his grappling and his submission holds. Ibushi would always fight back with suplexes, kicks, and various striking combinations, but he was never on offense very long because Zack Sabre Jr. always found a way to counter whatever he was doing into a submission hold or a pinning combination. Now, Kevin Kelly brought up on commentary that the last time they had faced each other in the G1, Kota Ibushi had yet to debut his new finishing move, which is that knee to the face while he's got both of his opponents' wrists locked up. So, Kota Ibushi tried on 3 different occasions to hit that move throughout this match. He was never successful. Zack Sabre Jr. always had a way to counter the move into either a pinning combination or a submission hold. So Zack Sabre Jr. then at the end, after again Zack Sabre Jr. had countered an attempt of that golden knee from Kota Ibushi, he had turned that into an octopus hold, which he later brought kind of more to the ground. He had modified it and to the point where he had Ibushi almost in like a crucifix. He was landing in elbows, kicks to the back of the head. Finally, the referee ruled that Ibushi was not able to move, was not responding to his questions, and so without Ibushi submitting, Red Shoes called for the bell. Zack Sabre Jr. advances via referee stoppage into the semifinals to take on Sanada. This is a huge victory for Zack Sabre Jr. Of course, it was a huge victory just a few days ago when he defeated Tetsuya Naito. Zack Sabre Jr. has now defeated 2 of the last 3 winners of this tournament in Tetsuya Naito and Kota Ibushi. Tetsuya Naito won the tournament in 2016. He would also win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship with the title shot he earned from winning the tournament, although he'd lose it back not long later. Kota Ibushi won the tournament in 2015. He also challenged Kazuchika Okada for the heavyweight championship, though... Oh, sorry, no, he challenged AJ Styles. AJ Styles was the champion when Kota Ibushi challenged for the title after winning the New Japan Cup. He lost that match in part because he was distracted by Kenny Omega, who had jumped up on the ring apron while Kota Ibushi was on the top, allowing AJ Styles to counter Kota Ibushi's diving move into a Styles Clash and get the pin for the win. 2017's winner of the New Japan Cup was Katsuyori Shibata. Shibata wrestled Kazuchika Okada after winning the tournament. Unfortunately, in that match, he suffered head trauma that has likely ended his career. So Kota Ibushi will face... Zack Sabre Jr. will face Sanada on March the 18th in the second semifinal. The first semifinal takes place tomorrow and will be Hiroshi Tanahashi going up against Juice Robinson. The winner of that meeting the winner of Zack Sabre Jr. and Sanada to take place on March 18th. The finals on March 21st, and the winner gets to face a champion of their choosing. If you want to keep up to date on everything going on with the New Japan Cup and NJPW, but you don't want spoilers in your headlines, or you don't want backstage information which causes wrestling to become predictable, you're on the right channel. Spoiler-free wrestling. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm the Eye Guy from Spoiler-Free Wrestling.